Good morning, folks. Welcome back to Coffee Time with Almeida. It is Tuesday, April 28th, I believe. We're still looking at the calendar. Today we have local musician from Plymouth, Massachusetts, Jake Hill, songwriter, baker, cook, man of all things, kind of a renaissance man in my opinion. Welcome to the show, Jake Hill. What's happening?
Hey, what's up, man? Thanks for having me.
Hey, thanks for coming on, dude. Cheers. Got some coffee going on there.
Cheers. Yep.
What's in that? What's in little dark roast?
Yeah. It's the blend from Hearth Bakery, Speedwell.
No wonder why. Uh-oh. Sorry, it's still there, Jake?
I'm there.
Okay, all right, cool. All right, let's see here. All right, well, sorry, just a little glitch over here I thought happened for a second. So anyway, yeah, dark roast. No wonder why you can only drink one cup.
Yeah, I go hard in the paint. I gave up coffee for like 9 months, but I'm back on now.
How did you feel? No coffee 9 months.
I didn't feel really that much different. A little less anxious, a little less, but a lot of that stuff is tied to a lot of other things. So you just kind of take out one of the bricks in the wall, and hopefully your whole life doesn't crumble. Usually it doesn't.
Yeah, I feel like definitely when I drink too much coffee, I got to balance it out.
Yeah.
you know.
I know what you're saying.
Oh, you're like, oh, then some morning you're like, oh, I need the coffee, and then you're like, whoa, too much coffee.
No.
Oh no, and then I'm like, swearing on the internet. It's like, get me
right.
off that crazy thing.
Calling people out at 8:15 a.m.
Oh my God, what's wrong with me? So we brought you on here today to talk about some music. I heard you just went to the studio recently.
Yeah. I did last weekend. Did a little solo sneaky mission. A little quarantine mission. Me and the producer, staying socially distant. Whatever. We were supposed to record a big band album. We've been planning it for like 6 months, and well, obviously we couldn't practice and everything. So I decided to just do some of the songs solo, and came out pretty good. Yeah, I've been writing a lot during quarantine, which is good. Usually when I have the time to do it, I don't. I'm just like, well, I have the time to do it. Maybe I should see if I could beat this new dirt bike game I got on my phone.
Oh yeah, I mean, I think we're all kind of fall victim to that, right? So it's kind of
yeah.
I think, but
I've been doing this quarantine stuff for years. You know what I mean? So it's nothing new for me.
Well, that's right, because you've been playing music for a really long time, right?
Yeah, since 2007 as a solo artist. So.
And that is like your main gig.
Yep. It's put it on my tombstone, hopefully,
And then you do other stuff to fill in the cracks, like bake.
Yeah, well, with being a full-time musician, there's a lot of other time, a lot of downtime, especially if you don't really tour like me. Just consider myself more of a writer. So yeah, I've gotten into food pretty heavily in the past 5 or 6 years, and worked as a cook and chef and as a baker, different places. And now I am in my pizza phase of my culinary journey. I'm making pizzas at Main Street Sports in Plymouth. And that's 1 day a week now. So I make the dough on Thursdays and then go in and sell them on Saturdays. So I work 2 days a week, so it's not too bad. I went a lot of years working 0 days a week, so this is fine.
You're like, I have more money than I used to have.
And I'm not going out like buying dinners I can't afford, which is
right?
My favorite things to do.
Dude, me too. And it's just like you're not spending money on alcohol out, all these things that like you couldn't do before, like you did before, now you can't do, and you're like, oh well, now I'm just stuck in my house, right? So I mean, you're saving some little bit of money, I mean,
yeah. I'm not like an online shopper or anything, so I don't have to worry about any stuff like that. I don't have kids, it's great. Yeah, I'm just chilling.
Yeah, it was like, so like it's funny, but it's not funny. I don't know. The beginning of this whole thing with like the first week I got laid off, I'm like, why am I still ordering shit on Amazon like I'm employed?
Yeah. Habits are hard to break.
I'm like, but I need that whatever I bought. I didn't know what it was, but I needed it. So you're just taking this time to just do, continue on what you've been doing.
Yeah, exactly the same stuff I've been doing. You know, we're getting the garden ready. Got all our indoor seeds going downstairs, and just writing and reading about food and music, and I don't know. This is what I do.
Wow, when did you start your seeds?
Excuse me.
When did you start your seeds in the basement?
Started them a few weeks ago. Allison, my partner, she grows a lot of flowers. She's like a small scale flower farmer, so she started a lot of her bouquet greens and stuff, and also like onions and tomatoes and stuff. We did that probably a few weeks ago. So they're
Do you start onions from like a seed, like, or you get
yeah,
sets?
Allison does it from seed. It's
Holy
pretty
crap!
impressive. They're really hard to do, I guess, but she's been doing them for like 3 years now, and it's like her favorite thing. It's
So
really
you sprout you get seedlings in the basement, and then you put them all in then you put them all in the yard.
yeah, yeah. We just grow them under lights. Started on heat pads, and then grow them under lights, and then harden them off outside, and then after the frost is clear, we put them in the ground.
Oh man, I got to get on that. I didn't start any seeds inside this year.
Yeah, it's all good. Next year, it's a really good habit to get into. But the thing
Um,
is, you can buy such nice seedlings from the farmers market anyway that if you don't have that time, it's way easier to buy from Farmer Dave for like $4 a pop for like something that is absolutely perfect that you can just throw in the ground and it'll just
yeah, you're not
crush.
gonna be like, did I waste all this time growing the seed that I just put in the ground and died?
Yeah, yeah. You crushed it by 4 days or something.
It's so funny because I'm always like, I kill at least half of what I grow, what I plant.
Yeah, it's all a learning process, man. It's hard. We didn't grow up learning this stuff. This is we're first generation growers, so it's like it's great. Gotta keep it.
So I mean, you have an awesome garden every year, I see.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, we have Allison, Carl, he's Allison's father and Joey's father. He's an amazing gardener, and he's been helping us a lot, and it's just been a passion of ours too. And it's it's uh it's a wonderful thing to learn, and then just to have the earth, in our shoes. That's what it's all about, and the least amount of pretension you can.
What do you do for watering? How do you handle that situation?
Um, just with a hose, you just got to watch it. That's a huge learning curve. Learning when they need water and when they don't.
So in the past years I used like a irrigation system
Yeah,
that I installed, but I don't know if I'm gonna do that this year.
yeah, that's a lot of headache. Especially if you don't have that much stuff. If you have huge rows of stuff and you're like a one man operation, it sort of makes sense. But you can get snagged or holes in it and go over water. It's easier to like pay very close attention to your plants, give them what they need.
I think I might have the time for that this year.
Yeah, dude. And once you learn these things, little tricks, and it's all about the soil, paying attention to the soil, paying attention to the leaves. It'll tell you what it needs.
I'm really psyched about my soil quality this year because
Yeah,
I have I have chickens,
yeah,
so I've been working on compost from the chickens.
yeah,
So this year it's finally like most of my garden is like chicken compost that's been sitting for like 4 or 5 months.
yeah. It's awesome, man. I'm just starting
So
to really learn about compost. I've been reading. I've been reading this book. You read this book, The Third Plate by Dan Barber?
oh no, dude, I got to get that.
This book is epic, man. It's so good. I'm about halfway through it. It goes really, really in depth into soil strength and health, and how it really just translates and trickles down into the entire world. Everything we eat, from everything in the sea to everything on the land, and it's all about just like the health of the dirt, and it's really cool.
Do you guys pH your dirt at all, or you don't need to?
No, I mean, man, not really. Well, no, Carl probably does. If there's something wrong, you kind of do.
Yeah.
Just kind of keep the phosphorus, nitrogen, keep that stuff in check, and try to
Um,
rotate crops and the dirt.
yeah, I had like my strawberries were taken over, so I just like eliminated most of them until except for the new spot where they wanted to grow on their own. I'm like, you guys go that way.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. They told you it. So you got to listen to that.
Like
It's
go that
supposed to
way.
be like, I'm a smart man and I could control the earth. It's like, no, man,
Yeah,
just a little.
I'm gonna take the spot that you guys been growing for the last couple of years and we'll grow something else there.
Right.
So I'm like really interested about the song you put out and the video you put out. yesterday.
Oh, yesterday,
Yeah.
dude. So that was far out because so 2 days ago, I just sort of had this. It's been like a quiet time, and I find like I write better when it's like a little bit quiet. There's not like a lot of stresses on me, just that I put on myself or the society puts on me or whatever. Just work or music or so like you can just kind of listen to your thoughts a little bit more. And I've had this kind of line um, bouncing around in my head for years, actually. The smoke in New England, kind of like this whole vibe, and it was just like this whole like kind of it was like foggy and like looked like it was kind of smoky out there. And I just like came upstairs and wrote the song really quick, in 5 minutes. It's not a lot of cross outs, and I was just like, oh, this is cool. It feels good. And and sometimes when I write songs, I get like really there's something like a fire is lit inside me, and I'm just like, oh man, that's real. Holy crap, like, and you just want to share it with people, and it's like that's like one of the honestly for me one of the hardest parts emotionally of being a songwriter is not being able to share it with people right away. But like through voice uh, memo and stuff and texting, you can just like show your buddies like I just wrote the song, like 1 minute ago. It sounded like a pretty good recording of it, and that's what I did to my buddy Lawrence Scudder, who's an amazing, like one of the best viola players in the world. I think just he's on the road forever. He's finally like home now and like focusing on himself and his music. And I sent it to him just to we always bounce ideas off each other. And he just sent it back with this beautiful viola part. Like honestly, 10 minutes later, it was just like I was like, what the hell? This is crazy because it was all done over voice memo. And then I sent it to my buddy Van because he's also he's a great songwriter and a musical mind. And I was like, hey, you think you could make a video to this? Like yesterday morning, and he had me that video by literally 5 hours later.
Oh,
I
amazing.
was like, that was 28 hours
Uh,
conception to the video being finished, and it's just like, yeah, it's not obviously it's not a race, it's not a contest, but when the creativity is really flowing in me, like I want that around me, and it was around me then, and it felt really good.
so in your opinion, do you think that song would have happened if it wasn't for COVID?
Probably not. Yeah, I don't know. You never know. I don't know where the songs come from anyway. Like Bob Dylan says, I don't write my songs. I just write them down.
Yeah.
So,
I love that concept because I feel like I play guitar a lot and like sometimes just shit just flies into you, and
yeah,
the best stuff it's just like flying in. You're like, where did this come from?
amazing, dude. So you're just like some channel.
Yeah, I've been working on this little project. Just started with a friend of mine, and we've been playing music together for like 20 years. And the funny thing is, like, we haven't played together in a room probably about 10 years. But
Yeah.
like, we went to high school together. We were in bands together. He's a filmmaker, so we've just been working on artsy, creative stuff for a long time. And recently, he finally got his drum kit set up, so he sends me drum tracks,
Nice.
and then I record some stuff and send it back to him.
Nice.
So we're trying to get a project off the ground where we're trading files back and forth, and it seems pretty successful so far. Like we're actually making it happen.
Yeah, that's so cool. I mean, I'm so excited to see what's gonna come of this because a lot of people are doing that. This is your first foray into that. People have been doing that for years, but like now that people are like home for like the whole day, and there's no pressures. Like, hey man, you gotta come out see the show tonight, or we gotta have dinner with my fucking roommates from college, and they're all this stuff. There's all these pressures that are put on, especially people that don't really want to go out that much. They can have like the full day to like just work on their music. It's like there's gonna be the whole musical landscape's gonna change after this, or is changing right now. It always is, but like this is like a beautiful, quiet time for people to be really put the hammer down, which is super cool.
A lot of inspiration coming from all kind of places, right?
Yeah,
too.
So, a lot of it just comes from quietness.
Yeah.
I mean, I know you have 2 little kids, so you don't have a ton of that, but imagine if you didn't have 2 little kids.
Dude, I write songs while they're eating breakfast.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
It's like
great. It's because you've adapted to that,
Yeah, I had totally adapted to it. So, and the last couple
and you
years,
love them. They're your children,
So. Yeah. You're gonna sit in this high chair and eat some food, and I'm gonna make up some silly songs. Sometimes they're awesome, sometimes they're just stupid. I got this one called "Baby Baby Bum Cheeks." Maybe I should put that one out today, later on
Bro, I think
today.
I wrote that song. You steal that from me? You been looking at my iCloud?
Baby, baby bum cheeks. So, I mean, I agree with you as far as, I've been in the restaurant business for a really long time. I've
Yeah,
been bartending for a really long time, and
yeah,
I love the tasty, and
yeah,
I love our team, and I love what we do, and I love how we do it, and I love
yeah,
how we're working with all these awesome farmers, and like,
yeah.
it just really opened my mind up and to work with the kitchen the way that we work in the kitchen, because I've never
Right.
really had that relationship before.
Yeah,
Um, but it takes your life over, man.
yeah, yeah.
You know,
You have to. I mean, if you want to be good, if you want to be great at something, you gotta, put a lot of your emotional capital into there, and you
I
guys
think
certainly have tasty, and that's why I love going there. And that's one of the only things I really miss about this whole thing is being able to go out to dinner at 5 o'clock and go shoot the shit with you guys and see the boys in the kitchen.
yeah, I mean, that's definitely the biggest downfall, right? Is that
Yeah,
we're not getting to see our friends, but like we said, it's opening up new streams of communication and
yeah,
creativity, which
yeah,
is pretty
and it's working
remarkable.
pretty good. You know what I mean? I love my Facebook live shows. I don't have to leave my house. I don't got to deal with like a club promoter. I don't got to deal with drunk assholes. I can be the drunk asshole if I want. I'm like, hey, shut it off. I'm done. 7:45.
Right, you're not
It's
out till 1 o'clock in the morning. You're getting awesome
right.
sleep.
Yeah, it's cool. For me, it's cool. A lot of people love the social aspect of it. I don't love. Well, it depends on my mood, really. Like I'm like, oh come on, yeah, you guys want to talk about me? Yeah, come, everybody in a row, talk about me and how much you love me. It's like shit. Ooh, it gets old quick, but but it's like it's you don't want to feel bad about it because it's like they're showing their love and like that's the whole point of like music as like a commodity or whatever. It's like they're showing that you're successful, and you're like, I don't want to hear it because, well, I don't really want to hear it all the time. It's like I'm working on the next thing. If like you like this thing that I did 3 years ago, like the thing that I'm doing right now is like 2 years in 2 years from now. So like we're 5 years removed this conversation.
And I mean, I feel like a lot of musicians fall into that trap, right?
Absolutely.
They write an album, everybody loves the album, and they come out with another album, and it has changed because they've changed, they've
Yeah.
grown, and they're like,
Right.
"Oh, like I like your old stuff
Yeah.
better,"
Yeah.
like
Sorry.
the poor
You got
Rolling Stones. No,
like, oh, you liked me when I was 27? Yeah, I did too, but I'm 36 now, Wendy. Sorry.
yeah,
Things are different. My body feels differently. My head feels differently.
yeah. When we're constantly morphing, right?
The evolution of thought, of person and thought, and that's where we are.
um, what are some of the artists you're listening to right now?
Uh, I've been listening to a lot of this band from Oklahoma called the Turnpike Troubadours. They're an Americana band, like real straight up Americana. Great songwriting, great energy, great. It's also like it's very close to the music that I play with my band, which a lot of the times I don't like other bands that sound like that because I know what they're doing, and if one thing doesn't like feel authentic to me, I'm like I hate them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
And it's just like, and that's a personal thing. I wouldn't ever say that. I'd just be like, oh, that's cool. But like if I hear like like the bass players, like I could tell the bass players like looking at a TV or something. I'm just like, I don't like that. Everybody's got to be in there. But like the
yeah.
Turnpike Troopers, they're like that. And the new John Moreland record is super good. I love that. But I listen to a lot, especially in the kitchen and in my pizza workshop, just like putting on the new Drake joint. I mean, I love Drake. I love Justin Bieber. I listen to their music a lot. And,
That is out of my scope.
yeah,
But I mean, I just haven't been exposed to it. I feel
yeah,
like for a long time I was like, forever I've always been like, I'm never listening to the mainstream. I'm never listening to
yeah,
pop.
yeah.
It-
I
it-
was for a long time too, but then I
um,
started making like actual money on pop music. I was like, oh, I should probably like check this stuff out.
well, because
See
you
what-
have some pop stuff too, right?
yeah, yeah. I have another alter ego type guy called Jay Kill in the Hustle Standard, but that's been my only successful music I've ever done. So
Well, that I love your stuff. So I mean, I
Yeah,
feel like
I
you
love
can.
it too. I don't really. It's not like I'm, making a bastardization of what I'm doing. It's just much more mainstream, digital based, and I love it.
Good morning, Nina Peters. She just came on. We got
Nina, what's up?
We got Jessica Mulholland on. We got Rodney from.
Well, tasty ladies. What's up?
Yeah, they say they miss me, but I don't know if that's true.
Oh, yeah.
They're like, we tolerate you. Are you a podcast guy? Do you listen to any podcasts?
Yeah. I've been listening to the Graining In podcast, which is the Bissell Brothers beer podcast, which I was on a couple weeks ago. They just had the guy from Don't Drink Beers on there. Do you know that? Do you follow that page?
No, I don't.
Oh, okay. So it's like this extreme satire, like of but it's also just through the lens of like modern beer culture. And this guy is just he writes these reviews of this beer like in like this character that it's some of the funniest stuff I've ever read in my entire life.
Oh my god, I'll check it out.
Yeah, you'll absolutely love it. It's so condescending in like such a artful way. It's just like this kind of I don't know. It's great. I love those guys. I just recently started to listen to podcasts. I also been listening to this History of Pirates podcast, which is sick. It's like
oh really?
Yeah, and it like starts at the beginning, or like the beginning of like recorded piracy, which was like the 1300s. Obviously, started with the churches. They were just like stealing everybody's stuff.
Did you get to the part about Rhode Island?
Oh no! I mean, like they hint at like there's Vikings and Portuguese sailors that were all the years are kind of all over the place, but those guys are way before the Pilgrims.
Oh well, and it's crazy because I know some stuff about some pirate stuff from Rhode Island, but like for a long time, like piracy was legal in Rhode Island apparently, and like all like the pirates would like go and have safe haven in Rhode Island.
Yeah, Newport.
In Newport. Yeah. Actually, I went on there. They give ghost tours of Newport. We went on a cocktail ghost tour one time with like our bartending group. Yeah, it was amazing, and like that's where I learned all that shit. It was just like that's pretty crazy,
Yeah. Deepwater Harbor. It's maritime history is very concrete because it had to do with the size of the ship and the depth of the water, and there's only a couple places you could go.
Cool. So what is your favorite thing about making pizza?
Making people happy.
Yeah.
It's one of those foods that it's like universally loved, and even bad pizzas like nourishing and like good, and then good pizzas like can be transcendental and really bring you to a place of like real joy, and that's what cooking is for me. There's a lot of levels of it for me, being like a good steward of the earth, but then there's just like nourishing people and feeding people and making them smile. And that's definitely my favorite part about pizza.
Well, I'm sure they're psyched to come see you in Main Street on Saturdays and grab those pizzas to go.
Great. It's been great. We have like our regulars now, like people that are just like it's their routine, like they come get pizza, for the whole family, and we're now doing frozen pies too, which has been pretty cool to figure that out.
What did that entail? You just making some pies and then freezing them and then try to redo them and see what happened?
Yeah. I mean, it was just about like getting it cool enough, and then just like freezing it for long enough to cryo back it and not crush it, just to keep the integrity of the whole thing. So it's really, honestly, a frozen pie is like 3 steps more and about like an hour more labor than a fresh pie. So it's like, but people are absolutely loving them, and that's kind of the point.
And your toppings are like you are probably like your pepperoni it's like raw pepperoni, right? And then it gets cooked when you heat it in the oven, right? I mean.
Yeah, more or less. But yeah, no, the frozen pizzas are basically fully cooked.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, just when we had to we wanted to do it like half cooked, but then we realized that like you couldn't really get it out of the pan without like twisting it. It's about keeping the shape. And
it probably gets all crazy messed up.
Because if it's good, if it's mushy at all, it's you'll twist it, and I have a bunch of years of like dough knowledge in my hands now. It's like something that you can really. was never like formally trained or anything. And I just like learned on YouTube, and then you just by doing anything, you just learn from practice.
Sure.
So it was yeah, it was like a pretty short learning curve to get to pizza, just because YouTube is such an amazing tool. You know what I mean? You know where to look, and just do your research and combine different people's techniques. You're going to be successful.
I use a lot of Adobe software,
Yeah,
and I've learned everything I needed to learn through YouTube.
yeah, and they're amazing teachers, and it's free, and it's just like the information names that we're going through right now is unbelievable.
Yeah, I have this one client's like, "Hey, can you do this thing?" I'm like, "Totally."
Yeah, no idea, but 20 minutes later, you're like, I got that.
Yeah, I got now just a new little skill in my arsenal, you know.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Um, so tell us about your YouTube channel.
Oh yeah, so I started about 8 years ago, but then I like forgot about it. But then I've been recently just starting to get into really wrapping my head around what YouTube is and the culture that it's created, and like the channels and like the user generated content, especially like with everything shut down right now, and like the amount of like content being made right now on YouTube is amazing. It's just like dudes with a camera and a computer, and so I just started. I don't have a computer. I haven't had one in like 5 years, so I just like do everything on my cell phone. Uh, Maybe I'll get one soon, but I just didn't want to like focus too much of my energy on like the computer. I just wanted to focus on like getting better at guitar and writing songs, and that's kind of where I got to. So, but now I'm got my YouTube channel back up, Jake Hill Internet on YouTube. Just posted the new video there yesterday.
That's awesome. Yeah, so since you're new to YouTube, I mean, well, not new, but you're starting
Yeah.
again, right? And I just figured this out because I've been using it more. You can download your videos, and
Download.
you can take your YouTube video. Oh, so you already have a video. Like, so right now
Yeah.
we're live streaming, right?
Yeah.
So our stream goes to YouTube Live, and then it gets saved on YouTube Live, and then I download it from there, and I cut it up if I want, and then I upload it to Instagram Television.
Oh, yeah. I also
Yeah.
uploaded to Instagram Television yesterday for the first time too,
Oh, sweet.
and I was just like, oh, this is way easier than I thought it was. I mean, everything is so user friendly.
Yeah,
But
and
like
then
some of it's like shockingly user friendly.
you're like,
Wow.
oh, I don't have a computer, and I can
Two
still do
buttons
this.
and I'm there, and it looks pro. I'm like, yeah.
I just think it's remarkable that you recorded that track on the notepad.
Dude, it was on the voice memo.
Yeah, that's amazing. Oh, the voice memo. Yeah,
on the
yeah,
phone.
that's amazing.
Just like, yeah, it was crazy. It was also just like right in that tone. It was in that timbre, where you can really, there wasn't anything. There was no high frequencies. So it's just like the technology that exists on it. I have an iPhone 6. You know what I mean? It's like this phone's like 5 years old. It's been through hell, and it's been my ride or die.
Oh, I love it. I mean, I have a zillion voice memos. I'd never listen to them again, but so every now and then I go through them like, wow, that's gold. That's gold. I'm like, that's terrible, but
That is absolutely embarrassing.
Don't ever. I'm like, okay, everything sounds good until I ruin it with my voice.
We do. I have a lot of them. The boys used to come over on Wednesdays, party. Yeah, go through some of them. It's like, wow, I thought that was such a good idea, but a lot of things sound good after 13 little lights.
You gotta pick through it sometimes, right? You gotta spend a little time. And I could see you not wanting to get in the computer and jumping down that rabbit hole, because all of a sudden you're like sharing your shit all over the place, and then you're responding to comments and like the whole thing.
Right.
It's like it
You're just
sidetracks.
like, you're just like looking for attention, and I mean that's what this is all like attention grabbing stuff. But like as you get older, you're like, oh, I don't really care about the attention anymore. I just like the process of craft.
Yeah. I love the process, and I haven't been like in a studio environment in a long time, but I have like my little setup here, so it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So Spotify. So you have all your stuff on Spotify too.
Yeah.
And Joey helped you get that up there?
Yeah. Joey's he's my digital content manager, we call him.
Nice. Shout out to Joey Eggs, digital content manager.
Yeah.
I saw the clip the other day. He's like, play a song.
Yeah. It was,
that was great.
Last Friday, but it's all good. This is all new. This is new frontier here.
I love it. All right. Well, You got any advice for folks here in this time of change?
Um, Depending, I mean, this is the time to find what you want. This is the time to focus on the things that matter. Just taking care of yourself, taking care of your tribe, and eating well and staying healthy. And yeah, try to.
And getting those
It's a
ideas
great
out.
time for everybody to try to grow something in the yard. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Try to grow.
grow something.
Yeah, it makes you feel really good about yourself, and then you can taste like the sunshine, and it makes you stronger, and that's good.
What's your favorite thing to grow in the garden?
Garlic, man, garlic's amazing because you get the two harvests, you get the scape and then you get the bulb, and it's so easy.
So did I should I have planted my garlic in the fall?
In the fall, yeah.
So I blew it. I blew it. I gotta wait till next year.
Just wait till the fall, and then yeah. Well, yeah, you blew it, but
Yeah.
not that big of a deal. It's still learning. Your family won't starve if they don't have your 8 bulbs of garlic.
No, they definitely won't. They definitely won't. I mean, I love garlic. I was eating like a few cloves a day to help my blood pressure out.
Yeah, that's good. I love how controversial of a health food garlic is, because you got like the Ayurveda people, like the yoga people that are like, garlic is the devil, and then there's like science people that are like, garlic is good for your blood pressure. Like, I don't know, man.
But you gotta eat. But you gotta eat 5 cloves of it.
Yeah.
You're like
standing on your head after water. It's like I don't know, man. I just try my best.
All right. So, well, I sent the webpage out yesterday, but we got some links to your Spotify music. We have some links to your new music video.
Thank you.
When's the album coming out?
It's being mastered today, so I don't know, maybe Friday.
Amazing. I love it. So it's digital, right? Straight up digital. Why not?
Digital, yeah. Everything's streamed.
That's pretty amazing.
Yeah, I got a music video. I think I got an animated music video in the works for that, with a really amazing visual artist.
We'll awesome. Well, I mean, I'm really looking forward. Like for me, it's great that we're talking right now.
Yeah.
And
it's easy and it sounds good and it's not I love it.
We're creating a little record of what we were doing during this time. And I really hope that people embrace the things that they're working on now and that they don't forget about them once shit goes back to normal.
I mean, yeah, and like we were saying before, like the amount of people baking bread and making pasta with their families, like, and you see it on social media, I'm like, it brings me so much joy, because those things have brought me so much joy in the past 5 or 6 years of just making bread and sharing it with your family. It's like that's what's up. There's a lot of static noise thoughts, and it's like, what really matters is that, and like you can just see like in their expressions, they posted like just pictures, like that's real joy, and that makes me very happy.
Oh no.
Ooh.
Well, my kids, let's make some bread, Dad. Let's make some pancakes.
So cool.
It's awesome. It's like, and I remember, sorry, back to the garden real quick. I remember the first egg that I got for my chickens. It was like I had a baby. I was like, oh my God, my chickens laid an egg. Holy shit. So that joy of gardening is real. It's like, either you're like, getting out
a great
there.
way to spend your energy, you put the energy in and it gives you the energy back, and it's a reciprocal process, and it's super cool.
Okay, this morning.
What's that?
I said, thanks for coming on the show today.
Oh yeah. Hell yeah. Thanks for having me.
It was great talking to you. So we're going to close it out, but I'm just going to have you just hang on for like a couple more seconds until the show's actually over. We got to roll the credits. All right, guys, tomorrow is Wednesday, and we have Rodney on from Lansing, Michigan, a chef friend of mine that I've just actually met through the COVID pandemic virtually. And I'm really excited to talk to him about mental health in the restaurant business. And now I leave you with the comic genius of Josh Bell.
Let me ask you, Commissioner, What do you hold most dear in the whole world?
Uh, Air conditioning.
Air conditioning. Try again. I don't know. Donuts? Don't you have a son? Doesn't he have a son?
Mm-hmm.
We have your son.
Hey, Commissioner. Sorry to hear about your son. Thanks, Bobby.
Coffee time with Almeida. Every weekday at 9. Won't you join me for a really fun time?